Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 31st of January. This is the last day of 2 months of doing daily portrait sketches. It's so cool to be here with so many of you. 19 people in the chat. Well, not in the chat. No one said anything yet, but I see 19 of you are watching. So say hello in the chat. I would love to know who's here, where you're drawing from. I'm wearing a green t-shirt and I'm going to be drawing with a teal green pencil. So maybe that has something to do with the t-shirt. We're going to be drawing Johanns today, who is from the Museum by Sketchy community. I found this awesome reference photo. The Museum by Sketchy app is only available on Apple devices, but I've been a member of the Sketchy community for many a year and know so many great artists, so many great people who share work, and also people sharing their faces there, inspiring to be muses. And for some people, that is their art, that is how they share, and it's a really cool community to be part of. Kiki is here, Astrid, Ingrid, Hannah, Rachel, June, Gabriela, Maya, Kiki again. Green looks good on me. I own something other than black. Dale, Annette. Thank you for being here. Let's draw. So, I have something to show you as well, because I spent today filming a tutorial for my Patreon supporters. Merry Friday. Merry Friday. I drew this today. This was the culminating piece of my continuous line tutorial. And I started, maybe you, maybe very soon it will be you too. I used a bunch of different tools: a ballpoint pen, a felt tip marker, the parallel pen. I love that there's no nose on this drawing because I set a time limit and just didn't do the nose. And I've been doing continuous line drawings the past week and a bit, and it was getting me primed and ready for this because I've set myself a plan for the year. I film monthly tutorials, different to the live streams, because it's guided. I talk through all of my decisions and processes I'm drawing, and I'm sure I have things to say. Anyone who is you're halfway through the video already, Kiki. That's amazing. I was just going to say, anyone here who happens to be on my Patreon, you can say all the good things about it because it's great. I love it. It's a way that people support me in my creative endeavors, that I'm able to do this stuff and share so much, and I really appreciate everyone who supports me on Patreon. So this tutorial is live right now on my Patreon. There's probably even a link in the description. So it's like 2-minute drawing, 2-minute drawing, 2-minute drawing, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and then half an hour, something like that. Ike is here as well. Karidu, Sheila, hello, dear friends. So let's draw Johanns, who you can check out on Instagram. Has some wonderful vegetation. I've seen some plants that Johanns has shared that he's taken from place to place and planting, and it's really wonderful to see. Hey bababoo. Let's draw. I'm distancing myself from the idea of doing 5-minute tutorials. It was really great to do it, not tutorials, sketches. It was really great. I really enjoyed it. I'm still going to set a 5-minute timer for the initial thing, but maybe it's going to be like 10 minutes. I feel like I'm expanding back out. I think I'll come back to 5 minutes at some stage. But for now, I think 5 minutes, and then I'll keep drawing and see what happens. Lisbeth is here. Thank you for being here, everyone. Let's start drawing. I set my timer, 5 minutes. And I'm going to do continuous line, because that is the thing I have been doing and enjoying. This is another Derwent Inktense pencil, so maybe I will... I'm not sure yet if I will wet it to get the pigment flowing, or if I just want to leave it as a line drawing, continuous line. It was really interesting making the tutorial today. It was fun. I started with a couple of sketches where I was like, nah, and then my camera went out of focus. I'm like, what am I doing? And then I stepped away from it for a bit, went and drank a coffee. I got hyped, and I came back to it, and it felt really good. I feel like it worked out really well after stepping away and coming back. For those of you who've never filmed a video tutorial, I can let you know, so many tutorials I've made, I've filmed something and I have like abandoned it for various reasons. Either I was like, I don't know if I can go through with this, or something goes on, or then like there's no sound, or like I was filming for 10 minutes and then I looked up and was like, oh no, it's out of focus. There are so many things that can go awry. But I pushed through. I rethought. It was an opportunity to think maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's something else I can do. So I went and coffee charged my tutorial, and then it was good. So thank you to the people who buy me a coffee, which you can also do via Patreon if you're not interested in tutorials, but you would just like to buy me a coffee a month. There's also an option for that there too. If you don't want to do it regularly but would like to buy me a coffee once, there's also a buy me a coffee link in the description for a one-off drink together. And that's a thing. That's a thing. And it was the first time I've noticed my dear sister Claire, who has done live streams and videos, and she's talked about how, and I think even here I've said like, oh, I drink coffee, but I don't really notice the effect that much. But I realized partway through filming that I was like super enthusiastic, and before I had been kind of sleepy, and it was my first coffee of the day. So maybe I just hadn't realized what an impact my first coffee of the day has on my kind of energy level and attention. Linda's here. Hey, Linda. Cool. Nice to see you here. Yeah. Oh, there's time left over. Still got 2 minutes of this 5 minutes. So that was like my continuous line, but now I can just kind of go and put some more stuff in, and maybe I can get some more value variation. This was such a cool drawing. I actually saw someone else, Dominic Baylor, I think is his name, who has drawn me in the past. I looked in on the Museum by Sketchy app and saw that he had done this really cool ink drawing. I was like, oh, what was the reference for that? And then saw Johanns' photo, and I was like, wow, this would be so cool to draw from. Got in touch via Instagram. I was like, oh, can we sketch you? And he said, yeah, just send people to my Instagram. So go check out his Instagram. You can tag both of us if you're sharing on Instagram. Wherever you're sharing on the many social medias, I'm probably there, all over the place. It's recently been I've revisited apps that I haven't used for a long time. TikTok I hadn't posted on for ages. And now that it seems like it's getting worse, I'm like coming back and posting something on it. But it has reconnected me with some people that I haven't communicated with for years, just because I made 2 posts. And I was like, come and draw with me every day. I've been saying everywhere, comment draw, and then I'll send you the details to join the Discord server. And then people say draw, and I was like, oh, you, so cool. So it's, even though there's all sorts of things amiss in the social media landscape, it is such a wonderful tool of connection at the same time. Both things can be true at the same time. All right, that was 5 minutes. I feel pretty good about that 5 minutes. I've warmed up today. I've drawn a lot of drawings. I'm just going to take a process shot here. And now I'll use some water with the water brush. I'll put on another 5 minutes and see what happens. I'll drink some water. Oh, Linda has been playing with the idea of starting a YouTube channel. Oh, it's scary, but you can do it. I already want to subscribe. Yeah, a few of us here have YouTube channels. anyone can do it. There are there's some learning curves and stuff, and it's interesting. My sister's has a YouTube channel about having a YouTube channel, and she was a great inspiration for me. She helped out a lot, got me motivated, and we talked through a lot of things together. Shannon has an awesome channel. Ike has a channel. Anyone who has a YouTube channel in the chat, let us know. And we can follow each other, support each other. We are stronger together. And it's just great to see what people are doing. Yeah, Ike and I, at the end of one of the quick live streams last week, were like in the comments, in the live chat, talking about, Ike's been posting so many great reels. And just wondering about what's a good kind of good way to be sharing and posting things here. And I've been gathering experience over the years of doing this stuff. Live streams are actually really cool. Maybe a bit intimidating, I get that, but possible and maybe great, and they are great. I love it. And the cool thing about live streams is I've done a few last week. I've repurposed my live streams and made time lapses, and then you have these shorts, which are like the reels or the TikToks of YouTube, and you can share them, make like a 15-second time lapse, inviting people to come and watch the full thing. And there are, in my experience, being able to repurpose things that I do for various formats and various platforms has been really cool. So if I do a live stream, there's no editing involved, which is helpful. Editing is great and can take ages. So that was kind of a decision for streamlining, because with live streaming, you don't have to. You just show up and do it. People have live streams where they just talk. Or you can talk and draw or do whatever. So pushed around this pencil, and now I'm going to draw on top of it again, because that's the thing I was talking about yesterday with this piece. It kind of dissolves. Oh wow, look at the greenness on the screen. That's interesting. Does anyone else here? If you're watching live, tell us if you have a YouTube channel, and we can totally chat about like sharing ideas of how to grow and how we use YouTube. I mentioned recently that maybe I do a video about the gear that I use and the setup. I started just with a phone and something to hold my phone, and that is enough in the beginning. If you have a phone with a video camera on it, then you can start making videos. Also my live stream, my first live streaming setup was just using, I think I used my phone. There's an app called Shoot, so that you can use your phone as a webcam. And so you can do like screen mirroring, and it just uses the phone display as like a camera. So that was cool. That was what I used in the beginning. So it was just like a $5 app, the phone I already had, and then you just plug it into some streaming software, and you can get started, really. But you don't have to start with live streaming if you don't want to. I'm just saying, it's there are a lot of good things about it. And having good sound, having a microphone is a good idea. Probably having a good microphone is even better than having like a 4K camera or something. Because I can't even, with the streaming software I use, I can't even do 4K. I have a 4K capable camera, but because I'm streaming, I can't even use its 4K capabilities. So having a good mic, which I bought all of my gear secondhand, and it was all good. eBay Kleinanzeiger in Germany is a place where people share things. That was the 10-minute timer, by the way. People share things that are for sale, and you can get really good stuff, like almost half price sometimes. So there are a lot of ways how on a budget you can start building up your gear and capabilities. And maybe you already have the stuff. Like, if you've got a phone, maybe just an alright microphone will make a difference, and you're good to go. What would you like to do on your YouTube channel, Linda? Alright, I think that's it. 10 minutes, basically, 5 plus 5 minutes. It's been really interesting. I've had such an emphasis on the time limit. And in the Discord server, people have been putting their time in, and like 5 minutes, plus 5 minutes, plus 10 minutes, plus 45 minutes. That was really cool that Kathy shared. Or people are aiming for a time limit and sometimes going beyond. And I think, it's just really great practice, and it's great to see what everyone's doing. I'll put the link to Discord in again. And thank you so much for following along today. Thank you, Johanns Diaz, for your great photo. Everyone can tag both of us on Instagram. I will share on the Museum by Sketchy app, so you'll be able to find my piece, and it'll be linked. That's the cool thing about Museum by Sketchy, formerly known as Sketchy, is you can link the pieces that you do directly to the inspiration image, which is really cool. So just putting this back up here, because I've just uploaded the tutorial to my Patreon, and I think there's probably a link in the description to my Patreon. That is a way to support me in all of my online content. And I am filming monthly tutorials, and I'm pretty excited about the trajectory for this year. We're going to be doing a lot of experimental perception exercises, which I'll also be bringing into the daily live stream series as well. So the kind of stuff that I'm experimenting with in the sketchbook here, I will be going into depth with and really talking about a lot in the tutorials. So Linda says, thank you, Tommy. You have a nice weekend too. Same time tomorrow and Sunday, 9 o'clock, both days, Central European time. I just want to see here in the chat, Linda's thinking of journaling because I can get away with all kinds of things. Yeah, that's a great idea. Sharing your journaling experience. As soon as you have a channel, let us know. K-Art, Orlane, Kiki, microphone, yes, microphone. So many videos you watch where you can't hear the speaker. A good microphone is a worthy investment. And a good microphone is much cheaper than buying an expensive camera, which you maybe don't even need the capabilities of. That's what I have to say. Thank you for being here. Share your work on the Discord server. Oh yeah, I wanted to just put the Discord link in here. I'd love you to join. 243 people in the Discord server I just saw now. So if you're not already, please follow the link that I just put in the live chat, and you'll be able to get the reference image that I'm sharing daily, and people are sharing their work there, which is so cool. And when you go there, I pin all of the reference images, and there's a little pin, and you can go to the pinned posts section, and you'll see the last 50 days worth of reference images. Unfortunately, there's a limit to 50 pinned posts, but you'll be able to go back. So you don't have to, it's great to see everyone's artwork, but if you just want to see the reference images, click on the pinned posts button, and it will just show you the posts that have the original reference images, which is pretty cool. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Maya. Thank you, everyone. Dale, I make your day. Thank you. That makes my day to hear that this makes your day. That's so great. Thank you, everyone, and